my name is Miss Sara from the Wixom Public Library, and welcome to our video for the Unicorn Preschool Grab and Go Craft Kit. So I'm going to go over what we're making. I'm going to go over what is in the supply bag that you should have received from the library, and I'm going to go over what you're going to need from home to complete the project. So we've got two things we're making in this bag. So we are making a build your own unicorn, and you can name your unicorn whatever you want. And we are making a unicorn mask. So in your bag, which would look like this, you should have received a build your own unicorn sheet, a pre-cut paper plate, some ears and a horn, a stick to hold your mask, and some yarn that we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut when we do the craft. There's also a supply list to make sure that you have everything in here, and it's also gonna tell you what else you need. So I've got markers of the colors that I chose. You can choose whatever colors you want, because art is whatever you wanna make it. I've got two different types of glue, just because I had them here. Got a glue stick and liquid glue. You are gonna need liquid glue for the putting on the hair, but you can use whatever type of glue or tape for everything else. I used tape to get the stick on the back of the plate, just because I didn't want to wait for the glue to dry. Okay, so now we're going to learn how to make these two crafts. Okay, we are going to get started with our Build a Unicorn. So my unicorn's name is Barry, and you can make yours whatever unicorn you want it to be. These are just the colors that I chose. So we're going to show you how to do this. So first, we're going to color. I would suggest coloring before you cut, because that way you can get out of the lines. You're not trying to hold a little piece of paper while you're coloring, and it's a lot easier. See, doesn't even matter if you get outside the lines, because we're just going to cut it out. So it's super easy. I'm just going to color his little hooves. And again, you can use whatever color you want. These are just the colors that I chose. So it would depend on what markers you have at home, or colored pencils or crayons, whatever you want to use. So we're going to color his nose. And see, I'm not worrying about getting outside the lines, because again, we are gonna cut all these out. So it really doesn't matter. What matters is getting the colors that you want on here. I gave him a green tummy just because I thought it was fun looking. Okay, now we're gonna do his hair, and I would suggest some fun colors for his hair, or her hair, just because I feel like unicorns should be very fun and colorful. But again, it's what you would like. Okay. Okay, so now we've cut out all of berry number 2, or we've colored all of berry number 2 that I want to color. So now we're going to cut out all of these pieces, okay? So we're just gonna cut all of these out and cut. Okay, so now we've got all of our pieces cut out. So now all we have to do is glue them together. So I used a glue stick for this, but you could use liquid glue too. You would just want to be careful you don't use too much or else it'll get soggy. Okay, so I started with the head and I went piece by piece. So I started with the ears. So let's just do the tips of the ears. Get them on here. Get the ear. And again, if every animal, every person, every creature is different, so it's okay if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, or if your hair looks different, it's okay. It is just how you want your unicorn to look. What's important is that you're happy with it. So let's put his hair on. So I'm only putting glue on the parts that are going to touch each other, since this is not being glued onto anything else. So we just don't want to get glue everywhere if we can avoid it. So we've got his, so now he's got his ears and his horn and hair. So the last thing for his face is his nose. So just make sure that the spile's at the bottom. So now he's got a full head. So now we just have to get his head onto his body. So I just put glue on the top of his body. Put that on there, just enough so that the head will stay put. See? And then let's get his front legs on. I just kind of put them just so that his hooves are kind of sticking off. See? And now we've got berry number 2. 2 unicorns, and yours can look however you want them to look. So that was craft number 1. Okay, now we are going to do craft number 2, and we're going to make our unicorn mask. This is just how mine is going to look. Yours can look however you want. So we're going to start. The only thing you want to do is make sure that you're using the curved part of your paper plate as your front, because your face is going to go here. So what I did is I started off putting my stick in here. So I used tape. You can use glue if you're okay waiting for it to dry. That is your choice. So we're just going to get our stick in here. Your parents can help you with this part. Your parents or your grown-up. Okay, so now we've got our stick. So you can decorate your ears however you want. I chose to just put some pink in the middle, just because I like pink, but you can do whatever you want. You can color the whole ear, you can leave the ears blank. It's up to you. I just did that. It is up to you. And now we're gonna cut out our ears and our horn, okay? Okay, so now we've got our ears and our horn. So we're just going to use some of our glue or our tape, whatever you want to use. And we're going to glue our ears to the back of our plate, facing forward, so that you can still see them. I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom. I want my ear about there. It doesn't matter where you put them. It's up to you and how you want your unicorn to look. Put my ear there. Okay, and now I'm going to glue my horn onto the front, just because that's where I want it to be. Okay, so these are the basics of the unicorn. At this point, you can do whatever you want. You can put on the hair, if you want to use your markers at home, or if you have like glitter or anything else, you can decorate your unicorn however you want. I just have some hair. So if you have your yarn in your bag, you can just glue it all on however you want. I'm going to cut it up and make pieces of hair. So you can do this on your own or have your grown-up help you if you're not good with scissors yet. It's okay. So I'm just going to cut this up. It doesn't matter what sizes you do. It doesn't matter if you want to put it all on at once. It is up to you. I just like the look of it, like this. Okay, So now we've got a bunch of hair. So this is where we need our liquid glue though, because the yarn is not gonna really stick to just a glue stick. So I'm just gonna put a lot of glue on here. So it gets nice and sticky for the hair. And then I'm just gonna start taking hair and I'm gonna start putting it wherever I feel like it, wherever I think the unicorn needs some hair. So it's up to you how you wanna do it. You can put it in like curls, you can put it straight, you can use just one color. Your unicorn doesn't need any hair. It's up to you. This is just how I want mine to look. I'm just doing this all in together so it goes a little quicker. There we go. Make these a little shorter. Yeah, again, your hair can look however you want it to look. I'm just going to put that little piece in there. I might put some blue over here. I think I might put some pink over here. Maybe a little bit of blue right here. But yeah, however you want your hair to look. And then wait for it to dry until you start using it as a mask because you don't want your hair falling off all over the place. So again, you can use whatever you have at home to decorate your plate, decorate your horn, do whatever else you want to your mask to make it your own. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.